Hi guys, welcome to episode 16 of the 2003-04 database made by the mad scientists. In today's episode we've got the North London derby against Tottenham Hotspurs. It's the start of the transfer window and we're going to have a look to see how we performed since the last episode. Now if you're new to the series guys, please make sure you check it from the start. The link will be above. And as per usual, if you guys are enjoying this series, enjoying this video, then please hit that like button. It massively helps the channel. And if you are new to the channel as well and you are enjoying what you're watching guys, then don't hesitate, hit that subscribe button and you can watch all the content you want. So let's get cracking into the series. As you can see, we have got Tottenham Hotspur today, but I want to start off by looking at how we performed since the last episode, and then we have been very hit and miss. Now the last game we had was the 2-0 defeat to Wolves. After that we played Celtic in the Champions League and we lost 1-0. I thought, oh well, we're still going to go through in first place. No, that didn't happen. Celtic somehow overtook us. We finished second in the group, which means we've been drawn against Juventus in the next round. So all for me for trying to rest some players and give some players a chance. Didn't work out, went too attacking. And they dominated us, and we just couldn't create anything. Petrov with a goal, God bless him. And yeah, that was the end of that. Then we had Charlton at home in the league, and a Roberto Baggio quadruple, absolutely annihilated Charlton there. Superb performance by him. Can't tell that he's 37 years of age. He's banging in the goals. We then had Chelsea, who are top of the league. We tried to go defensive, but Mutu, he likes playing us, so he grabbed himself 2 goals there. We were really poor, really poor. Disappointed to say. Then I've mixed up a few things, and our home form, I'll show you the league in a minute, but our home form is superb. We beat Liverpool 5-1. Bakayoglu with 2 goals. I brought David back in the side. He's been injured. He's not really played this season. He played very well. He got a goal and assist, and Henry with 2 goals himself as well. Hinkle bagging 2 assists as well. He hasn't really done too well this season. We'll have a look at his performance. He's only got 2 assists this season, and that was in the last game. But his average rating is starting to go up again. So hopefully he'll start performing a bit better. And then we had Bolton away, changed the formation, 5 across the centre of the back of midfield, and we won. And unfortunately, we conceded the 90th minute goal, which marred the performance. But overall, we played pretty well. Baggio actually playing in an advanced playmaker position in the centre midfield, so he done really well. We won the game comfortably, but today we've got Spurs. Now I wanted to show you the league table. Obviously we're over halfway now. We are 9 points behind Chelsea. We're going to need a serious good run to win the league. Remember last season we finished 3rd. I want to do better than that, at least get 2nd. But we want to win the league, so we need to improve our performances. And I believe what we need to improve, if you look at our home record, where we're top, 9 wins, 1 draw, conceded 5 in 10 games, scored 32 goals. Then look at our away record. 1, 2, 3. What's that? 7th. We're 7th in the league for our away form. 3 wins, 4 draws, 3 defeats, 11 goals, 13. We conceded more than we've scored. And that is where we need to improve. We need to improve our away form. Whether it's in the league or the Champions League, we need to fix it to stop us from throwing away what could be a good season. Now, if you guys have got any tips on how I can perform better away from home, then let me know. The things that I've been doing, if we go to the tactics, I've now changed to this formation. So obviously we've got 2 attacking wingers, but then we've got 2 defending midfielders now, a supporting midfielder. All these guys are not on attack anymore, and we're playing balanced. The rest of everything else is the same, short passing, etc. But trying to keep that midfield compact. Now, what we have been doing is going more cautious, positive against the smaller teams, but it's still not been working. So, like I said, I've gone for cautious, I've gone for balanced, more in midfield. Sticking with the same formation was not working. Even having 4 midfielders and then 1 attacking midfielder or 1 defensive midfielder, it weren't working. So I've gone back to this. Towards the end of last season, it did work. So I'm going back to this to see if it works. Now, we're going to have a quick look at the squad to see potentially where we need to improve. Because it is the first, well, it will be the first in a couple of days. 2 days to be exact, which is when we're playing Spurs. But I just want to see where we need to improve, because I think we've struggled in the centre midfield. You can see from this as well. But 3 of these centre midfielders are wingers. And essentially, say Parler's a winger as well. So potentially 4 are wingers. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for a centre midfielder. The position of the centre midfielder we're going to look for is a box-to-box midfielder. Obviously, that means they can go back, forth. They can be more defensive. Maybe they've got the ability to play deep line playmaker as well, which would be a good situation. Maybe even a ball-winning midfielder. But preferably, we want a box-to-box midfielder. Even if I had 2 midfielders in my team that were box-to-box, that would be great. So what we need is a box-to-box midfielder. Now, Filippo Melo is currently away on loan. He is rated, from my Dannyball analysis, he is rated as a 15.1 average for the obviously the stats that are good for that position. So what I want to do is search for a ball-winning midfielder, which we're going to do here. The ball-winning midfielder, box-to-box midfielder. I don't care what age they are. And then we're going to pick the attributes. So the attributes we need are dribbling, first touch, long shots, technique, aggression. We need an aggressive midfielder. Anticipation, composure. So composure? Yeah, composure, decisions, positioning, balance, pace, strength, passing, tackling, work rate, and stamina. So that's what we're going to go for. I'm just thinking I'm going to whack vision on here as well. Heading, I'm not too bothered about finishing. And determination as well. That's what I want. So they're all the stats that we've put in. Obviously, it's not come up with anyone because no one's got all stats like that. So what we need to do is drop this match a bit. So we'll drop by about 4, and quite a few players are on there. So I'll go up to 16, 17. Okay, so that reduces it a bit. So these are the players that are standing out with average ratings of 14 for all of those stats that we've just put in, matching 17 of those. So the key player that stands out is Daniel De Rossi, 21 years old. He's got some very good stats. Now, I'm going to just come back in a minute because I'm going to put in his details into my my spreadsheet and see how he compares with Filippo Melo. So I've just put Daniel De Rossi into our database. He's come up as a 16.1, which is a rating of 1 better than Melo. How's that compared to our first team? Well, that is on par with Kim Kallstrom. Obviously, we're not at Vieira level yet, but he is a beast in the game, so he's not going to do it. So Daniel De Rossi, I like. I'm going to put an offer in for him. I know that we've got a bit of money now, 22 million. So I don't know if we'll be able to get him, but let's do it. Let's see what we can do. Now, I'm not even going to look at these 2 guys because their value is too much. We cannot afford them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this to 16, potentially knock this up to 15. There we go. And Steven Gerrard, again, it's too much money. I don't think we're going to be able to get him. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in an offer anyway. Oh, make an offer. Let's see, actually. I was hoping there was an interact with boards on there, but there's not. So, yeah, that deal's not going to happen. Let's knock this one down. So, we've got a player at Bastia. It's worth 2.0. This looks like a Dannyball signing. Let me put him into the database first, so we'll see just how good he is. So I've put Alden in. He's come up better than Filippo Melo, but he's not as good as Daniel De Rossi. But for 2.7 million, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in an offer anyway, because obviously if we can't afford De Rossi, that is another one that we can look at. Who else we got in here? We won't be able to afford any. I'm going to change these by value because we're simply not going to be able to sign them. Again, we can't afford any of those ones. Let's drop this down to 14. A great player here potentially, Christian Poulsen. So let's see what he comes up as. So Christian Poulsen's come up as a 15. Where has he gone? 15.4. So again, Aldernin is the better option there. And we've also got a player here, 24 years old, Eureka Ranges. So let's see what he looks pretty good, to be fair. So this guy has come up as a 15.5. So he's obviously better than Poulsen. Not as good as Aldernin, but I'm still going to put in an 8 million offer. He's also got an 18 million release clause, so we could potentially grab him that way. Any other players to look for in here? Again, we're going a bit above our price range. Let's see if I can drop this down to 13. Who comes up? Cola. He's got some pretty good stats about him. Let's have a look. I don't think he'll do it though. He does look good. Once you start doing this and get used to the database and looking at these players, you kind of get a feel for it. So you kind of know like if the stats are going to be quite good. And this is another player potentially. Let's see what he comes up. Potentially, he could be a good player. And I was right. He comes up as a 15.8, which is better than Aldernin. However, he's 32 years old. However, I'm not going to let age get in the way. However, the only thing that looks to be getting in the way is the fact that I can't even put an offer in for him. So I'm going to have to add him to my shortlist. Well, that's a bit of a bugger, isn't it? Who else we got in here? Klaus Jensen of Charlton. Box-to-box midfielder. Good dribbling there. Good long shots. Good passing. Good technique. Good work rate. Let's see what Klaus Jensen comes up like. Klaus Jensen comes up as a 15.5, so he's not as good as Aldernin, but again, he's pretty good. I'm just going to whack in a cheeky little 2.8 million offer. He's around about the same, but it'd be interesting to see what can happen there. There's a player at Sampdoria, Elkin Soto. He's got good long shots, but the rest I don't think will push him up. David Prutton at Southampton, only 23 in the game. Again, I don't think that he's got good work rate, but I don't think the other stats are going to push him up to a decent level. Somin Nagori at Atletico Bilbao. Now this guy looks pretty good. I'm going to go for a quick pump with him and see what he's like. And obviously this way of looking at players is non-ageist. As you see, we've bidded for, well, we tried to bid for a 32-year-old. We've got a 30-year-old here. Klaus Jensen's 27, 28. So yeah, we're not ageist. We're not worried about what age they are. As long as they've got the ability, then that's what we're looking for. And now that I'm putting this in, I don't believe this player is going to be good enough. But we will see when it comes up. Let's see what happens. Yeah, 14.7. This guy is not good enough. So David Thompson obviously scored a goal against us. He's got some great stats. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at David Thompson. And he's come up as a 15.5. So again, we're going to put an offer in for him. Because he's not bad price. 7 million for him. Dudu Carenza. Now, I remember this guy being really good. But I don't think his stats will do it for now. Remember, he is potentially one for the future. But we're looking for players for now. And again, we're non-ageist. So if they're good at a young age, if they're good at 32, 33, 34... then it's good. But we'll just see what happens. Manish. Good teamwork, good work rate, good positioning. Aggression's pretty good. Again, I think it'll just lack. I think it'll just not be good enough. Poston we look at. Ranalds we look at. Denny Lanza at Leeds. Could be an interesting one. Again, no, he's not going to be good enough either. And like I said, when you've gone through this quite a bit, you get used to see what these stats are like. But this guy, potentially good work. We'll put this guy in and see how he comes up, because Torsten Frings is looking pretty tasty, to be fair. Just off my initial expectation. 14, 16. And just so I thought, Torsten Frings comes up as a 15.9. So obviously he's not Daniel De Rossi standard, but again, if we can't afford Daniel De Rossi, then we can potentially go for this guy as well. So any of these guys that we've looked for, Bayern Munich, Owen Hargreaves, 23 years old. I think we're just pipping above what we could afford now. I can't see him coming to us for that amount. So I'm going to leave it as that. That is going to be our quick scouting mission. And yeah, so that is how I scout players, basically, guys, using the Dannyball concept. And Kolo Toure has been named in African 11 of the Year. Zaza from Watford, Lauren, Yobo, Babayaro, D, Nader, Dindane, Moreira, Gallen, and Didier Drogba. So we have a player in the African 11. Trezeguet has got Player of the Year. French Player of the Year, might I add. Thierry Henry in second place. 25 goals, 9 assists. And Zidane in third place. What other awards have been given out? Thierry Henry Player of the Week. And Ljungberg's in there as well. Now, while we're on the subject of signings, we have just confirmed 3 young signings. Lewandowski, a 16-year-old, only currently a 1-star. Leroy Macarena, 18-year-old attacking midfielder, 1.5 star. And a 16-year-old Mesut Ozil, who's a grey 2-star. So we'll see what happens with these guys. Let's welcome the new signings. Let's be nice. Thierry Henry, he's a father figure. He can introduce them. There we go. So Mascherano getting named second in Young Player of the Month for December. Baggio has got third place in Goal of the Month with one of his goals against Charlton. And a young player, no one's up there. Jermaine Pennant, obviously on loan from us at Fulham. He's up there. And then Young Player of the Month, again, yeah, Jermaine Pennant. So now we've got a dilemma on our hands, guys, because of our money situation. We've had an offer accepted for Rancic. And we've offered him a contract. But now it's come to Aldernin, who's probably about 3 million cheaper, and I can't offer him any money apart from 160 quid a week, so we're gonna have to walk away, which is really annoying. Budget adjustment, yeah, it won't let me change anything. I don't know why it won't let me change the transfer budget. It's just really annoying. Can't do anything really, so we're gonna have to walk away from Aldernin, which I'm disappointed about because I really like the look of him. But he's a tireless defensive midfielder. We'll have a look at Rancic. So Eureka Rangers, same age. He's classed as a defensive midfielder. He can play as deep line playmaker, but not as good. He's better at tackling, this guy. He's got good stamina, good jumping reach, good headed, good long shots. So potentially he could be better. But again, we'll have a look. One last look at Aldernin because I did like the look of him. This guy's more determined. Obviously, he's not as good in the air. He's smaller, 5'10". But there was just something about him that I liked. Good leadership, good positioning, good teamwork. But yeah, it looks like we're going to get Rancic. And out of, obviously, all the ones I've done, Aldernin was 1.1 better than Rancic. But Rancic, I do like the look of. Daniel De Rossi would be the main man that I would want. Or Torsten Trings. If we could get Trings or Robert Acuna, then that would be good. So I might hold off with Rancic just to see if we could get Trings. Trings would be the main man for us to sign. Now it's a game against Spurs today, and I'm going back to our standard formation, which is very attacking. Attacking wingers and attacking striker. We do have a deep line playmaker on defend, but we've got our fullbacks on attack as well. And that's what we're going to use for today's game. I'm just going to swap it around because obviously we rested a few players. I might keep David in. He's looking fit. He's looking good. Bakasioglu, is Perez back from injury yet? No, he's not fully fit. Torres is not fully fit either. Capo's not fully fit. Fabregas is a guy that I'm going to put on. Deco is really disappointing me, so I'm going to drop Deco for Fabregas. Fabregas is on the bench. Patrick Vieira back in the side, so it means that I can play Kim Kallstrom there and Vieira. And who else can we do? Even though he got second in Young Player of the Month, Mascherano is dropping to the not even the bench. But let's see what happens. I think I'm going to go with that. Kim Kallstrom is looking tired, to be fair though, so I am going to bring Mascherano in for Kim Kallstrom because he's tired. Bakasioglu, is there anyone I can switch with him? No, I think I'm going to leave that as it is. Kolo Toure. Let's bring on Martin Keown for Igor Tudor. And that's the way we're going to go for. But if you look at our RAUL ability, things don't look that great there. You got 3-star, 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 3, 2.5, 3, 1.5, 4. But these players have got a lot of potential to grow. And if you bear in mind that Ljungberg is one of our best players, he's only rated as a 3-star. It says a lot that a 3-star is good enough. So that is the team that we're going to put out today. I will go through it again when the players line up. As you can see there, so we've got Cech in goal, Hinkle, Torre, Keown, Ashley Cole in defence, Mascherano, Vieira in midfield, Ljungberg, Bakasioglu, and then David and Henry up front. Spurs aside, we've got Landry in goal, Stephen Carr, Mabazella, Gardner, Rodriguez, Michael Essien, Boschanga, Van Pater, the guy that we potentially could have signed because David Dean wanted us to sign him, but we didn't want him. He is in the starting lineup for Spurs, and Simon Davis and Danny on the wings with Robbie Keane up front. Can we get a victory today? It's going to be a tough game. But at home, we are a formidable force. So hopefully we can continue that. And we start on the front foot now. Ljungberg whips it into Henry, and it's hacked clear for a throw-in. So we're going out with all the intent at the start of this game. We want to attack. We want to get goals. And I'm very confident when we play at home. It's just, what is happening here? Patrick Vieira has been sent off. That is not the start that we wanted. We've gone down to 10 men after 5 minutes and 29 seconds. So Cesc Fabregas is going to have to get a game earlier than he anticipated. And this means it's going to be a really tough game now. We're still going to keep it on attack. Let's see what we can do. I might have to drop the wingers back into midfield. But Landry with a goal kick for Gardner. He plays for Boschart, Van Pater. And they've got 3 central midfielders now, so they're really going to try and boss it. But Ashley Cole wins the ball back, looking for Ljungberg. Back to Cole. Cole to Fabregas. First action, and he's giving it away. Torre picks up the loose ball, though, and he's given it away. But he's won it back. Fabregas to Ljungberg. To Mascherano. Out to Hinkle. Hinkle whips in. Thierry Henry. And the 10 men have taken the lead after 18 minutes. Hinkle with yet another assist. He's starting to feel that... Oh, no. Don't tell me it's offside. Oh, no. Bloody VAR. I tell you what, since I've been playing this, I've literally been having 3 VAR decisions per game. Football Manager, Sports Interactive, Miles. Please, please, please sort it out. There's not that much VAR activity in real life, and it's just getting stupid. I don't know if any of you guys have had the same problem. And Thierry Henry has now picked up a bit of an injury as well, so... This is disappointing. We've struggled in the opposition's half. What I'm going to have to do is drop these wingers back because we're struggling. I'm going to have him as a deep line playmaker. He can be a ball-winning midfielder on defend instead. And then I'm going to have to take off Thierry Henry for... Bergkamp and have him as a deep line forward. So we're dropping them back, trying to keep hold of the ball. Hopefully this will work in the second half. It's 0-0 and it looks so promising. We started off really well, but that early red card to Patrick Vieira has screwed us over. We did score. It's been disallowed. Now Davis with a chance and Spurs going close. It's just gone wide there. And I'm going to have to potentially drop this to balance. Bakasioglu's been fouled. And look, we have a VAR decision. As always, we've gone to VAR. What is going to happen? Bakasioglu's fouled. Is it a penalty? Is it a free kick? I think it's going to be a free kick. To be honest, let's see what happens. Free kick. So, I don't know why you need a VAR there, ref, because I could see from the play what was going to happen. So, Bakasioglu picks up the ball. What's he going to do with it? He kills it in, and Torre unlucky, couldn't reach it. Keown picks up the ball now. And again, we got a VAR decision. This is fucking joke. Oh my God, I cannot believe it. I didn't even want to watch that. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch to balance now because we have got 10 men. We are finding it tough. We're not really creating anything. Let's see what can happen here. Freddie Ljungberg's been booked now. We've got 10 minutes left. I think we're going to have to hold out for a draw, but Cole has the ball now looking for Bergkamp. Ashley Cole. Fabregas has been fouled. Another VAR decision. How many VARs are we going to have in this game, people? And this is just taken over. Is it a penalty? Is it a free kick? I think it's going to be a free kick. What's the ref going to say? Outside the box, it's a free kick. Again, why did you need VAR referee? Bakasioglu now. Looking to curl it in. Shoots over the bar. Let's make a substitution. Who can we bring on? Hembark, Tudor. We're very defensive. It's going to be tough. Fabregas isn't playing particularly very well, but I'm going to take off Ljungberg for Ian Hart. We're going to play Ian Hart on the left wing. Let's see what happens here. 5 minutes left to go. Can we get a late winner, or are we going to settle for a 0-0 draw? Which, to be fair, after the start, Ian Hart curls it in. Toure, Van Pater heads it clear. Bashano, and the ref has blown the whistle. And to be fair, we probably would have won that game if it wasn't for Patrick Vieira getting sent off. And I am pissed off with Patrick Vieira. So after that draw, we are now 11 points behind Chelsea, people. 1 point behind Man United in the third, and 7 points behind Man City. And we've got, I wouldn't say a tough run in, to be fair. We've got Man City coming up. We've got Everton. We've got Juve. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back for this Juventus game. Can we win against Juventus? We are at home, so we're going to go full out attack. Hopefully Patrick Vieira won't get sent off in that game. And yeah, when you guys come back, I will look into who we've signed using, again, the Dannyball concept, how well he's getting on, whoever we sign, and we will come back for the Juventus game. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have enjoyed this episode, then please remember, smash that like button. Massively helps. And subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel and you want to watch more content. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.